Let's talk about this Fox Sports accusation or this lawsuit that is a big deal.
It is. So the lawsuit go deep, Boog. All right, so a former Fox Sports hairstylist, Noshin Faraji, has filed a lawsuit against Fox Sports, FS1, Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless, and co-host Joy Taylor. All right, so the lawsuit entails allegations with sexual harassment and unwanted advancement and physical contact. So it's really murky in FS1 right now. And so with this, it's a lot of stuff going on. Some stuff might be true, some stuff may not be true, may be true and may not be true. Yeah. So we here to pretty much talk about it and give more detail on what's going on.
So let me say this, because I don't want to be mute to the real issue here. Mm-hmm. And my issue, personal issue, is that where's the public statement from Fox Sport? No. Cause I'll say it like this. It's not fun when the rabbit got the gun.
That's true.
Or same thing, make you laugh,
make you cry.
Now, if this was LeBron James, if this was Cam Newton, if this was Steph Curry, if this was Michael Jordan, if this was Odell Beckham, if this was Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, any type of sexual harassment in any magnitude, Fox Sport, ABC, Disney, ESPN, they will be covering and be wanting a statement. And that's my issue. Where's the statement, Fox, FS1, Fox? Well, I don't care. And we haven't heard from it. This accusation came out on Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Hello?
That part is true. If this had been an athlete, they will be using Joy Taylor, Molly, Malika, Stephen A., all of them to run the athlete's name into the ground. One problem though, Cam Newton is asking for a statement from Fox Sports, the corporation, but ignore the actual individuals. I'm talking about the people named in the lawsuit. Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor. And if you keep watching, you'll see why he didn't mention Joy Taylor. Look, he's about to straight up lose his mind defending Joy Taylor like she was one of his 304s. Let's keep watching.
And it's so deep, and the details are there.
There's a lot of accusations that have been filed. Yes?
Yeah.
And there's a list of them. You have names like Charlie Dixon. You have names like Skip Bayless. You have names like Joy Taylor. We have Emmanuel Achos of the world, and even mentions of a Shannon Sharpe.
And for some reason, he just wanted to say Shannon Sharpe's name, but nowhere in the lawsuit was Shannon mentioned in the context of allegations or wrongdoing. The only thing Noshin Faraji mentioned that had anything to do with Shannon was that Skip Bayless was extremely jealous of him, and Skip kept accusing Noshin Faraji of sleeping with Shannon, all because she wouldn't sleep with Skip and she was really nice to Shannon. But in the lawsuit, she says she never had an inappropriate relationship with Shannon, and she did not accuse Shannon Sharpe of anything. See, this is the part I hate about clowns like this one. They talk and never read the lawsuit. But he's literally standing up there acting like he's so knowledgeable about the subject when he's not. Talking like he's in deep thought or saying something so important, just like these feminists do, by the way. And I don't know what's going on with Cam Newton, but over the last few years now, he's been talking and behaving more and more like a modern woman instead of a man. But I digress. Let's continue.
Now, granted, these are still accusations, but yet we have not heard a statement, a public statement, or more information for the public. Where is that at? Mm-hmm. And granted, I have to speak on behalf of the athletes, because if an athlete was ever charged or accusations, Deshaun Watson, you got to speak out on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, we haven't heard from anybody, and it's almost been swept under the rug. And I say that because there have been shows and nobody's speaking on it, or speaking very brief. And that ain't good enough.
No.
This is a serious matter. This is damn near, it is a part of the Me Too movement, where executives use their power in ways that corrupts the workplace environment. And we haven't heard anything from that. That's my issue. Mm-hmm. So if we're going to hold athletes to a standard, we got to also hold the networks and the executives to that same standard.
And those hosts, if an athlete would have done something, they would have been the first person
Come on now.
to speak out and go against it and asking for a statement. Instead, they have cut their comments off on social.
Correct.
Nobody has done anything.
Deleted content.
Exactly.
It's all
and they have moved on just like it never happened.
So this guy right here was thinking what I was thinking. While Cam was only demanding a statement from the corporation, this guy here is like we haven't heard from anybody, including the host Joy Taylor, the host Skip Bayless, or the host Emmanuel Acho. And that's what I was saying.
So we have to, we owe a service to people to have information.
Yeah.
And I must also respect that it's still accusations. But FS1, where's the statements and how do you fend yourself? Now, granted, anything in the court of law has its restraints. You know what I'm saying? I just know if I was in this situation, that's where your publicist has to make a statement. You have to do certain things, and I'm not getting that same energy, or I don't feel like they're being held accountable. And it's subjective for me to say. I just haven't heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think just like Fox, ESPN, and their workers will be calling for suspensions and the dismissal of players from the NBA or NFL when they're accused of something, I believe they should have that same energy for these folks right here involved. Right now, they should at least be suspended. Skip was already fired, but Charlie Dixon, Joy Taylor, and Emmanuel Acho, they should all be placed on suspension while they conduct a thorough investigation and find a way to settle this lawsuit, because it's not just Nosheen Faraji here with Me Too claims. This is going to be a lawsuit with different accusers and more defendants. They already have like 24 or 25 more lesser known, partially to completely anonymous defendants listed. I'm talking about the other men and women that's being accused, along with Joy, Skip, and Charlie, of making FS1 a hostile work environment, from throwing stuff at people to racial claims. The hairstylist did not just accuse Joy of being the resident 304. She threw grooming accusations at her and racial allegations. Yeah, and they only named the big names as defendants in this filing to create the most media attention. But they are indeed 24 more lesser known defendants for sure. It's on the paperwork.
Now, with this lawsuit kind of coming into or having light shed on it, you have the Jason Whitlocks of the world to say certain things as well. What did he say?
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly, it's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
Okay. Hey, Jason Whitlock. Hey, my guy. No, you're not my guy. Guy, come here. You're not that guy, pal. You're not. That big rack of hers, that's inappropriate. That butter skin, that's inappropriate.
Since when did peanut butter skin become inappropriate? We all know Umar Johnson. He'll run down every variation of color in the form of food, from chocolate to caramel to pecan tan. Black folks do this all the time. So since when did these names become inappropriate? And if he's on his own show talking about Joy's cans of peanut butter when she's the one always putting them on display for men to talk about, I just don't see it. Now, if Jason was on a traditional ESPN or Fox Sports platform, that's different. But if he's on his own podcast, he's allowed to speak as candidly as he wants, telling his story. I know one thing though, Joy isn't showing up on national TV the last few days looking like a wannabe Hugh Hefner 304. I think she's trying to cover up so she can carry out her plan that she already told the hairstylist about, which was to yell the R word if the network tried to fire her or if things didn't go her way. And Kim was saying over and over, Jason wasn't that guy, as in Joy Taylor would never sleep with you. He's talking like I'm the athlete, I'm the super rich famous superstar, I'm that guy, she'll sleep with me. Like, Kim, did you see Charlie Dixon? Do you know who that is? Joy said it herself. If a man had enough money for her, all standards went out the window. Do you not hear this?
Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, and money. You're throwing all boundaries. Standards.
This is a woman that demonstrated she will sleep with anybody for a come up. And at that time, 10 years ago, Joy was trying to come up. So she was sleeping with anybody that could put her on. She was trying to get on his show. So Kim somehow trying to put standards on a 304 is crazy work. Especially one who already told everybody that standards and boundaries fly out the window with no exceptions if a man had what she wanted.
Like, bro, you're not that guy. So to comment on something like this, bro, stay in your lane.
It's funny Kim said stay in your lane when he's the one that's not in his lane. I think the two people speaking out with the most relevance in this situation happen to be Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley. It doesn't matter who you like or don't like, it's a fact. We're dealing with a case surrounding all this stuff going on at FS1 during a time when both of them worked there. Cam never worked there. The allegations are involving sports executives and journalists at Fox. Both Jason and Marcellus have actual encounters related to these executives and these defendants, and they're able to provide more insight with their own real life accounts involving these parties named in the lawsuit. You know who can't do that? Cam Newton. Instead, he's telling people to stay in their lane when they're actually in their lane. This is a sports media conversation. And in 2016-2017, Cam was not sports media. So he seems to be the one out of his lane, talking about something he didn't know about. Your lane, Cam, will be talking about football. All he know how to do is run and throw balls up and down the field and have 12 children out of wedlock. You're not that guy just because you had a large football contract and found Magic City workers to trick on and have babies with. Like, cut it out. I'm telling you, these people really think they're somebody all because they got a contract. Money and fame only made you more of who you really are. Now you're just a goofy clown that's rich. And you know, that's what I think 2024 showed us more than anything about these celebrities and entertainers. This is why they always find themselves in these goofy situations.
Whether Joy did what she did, the accusations are true or not, stay in your lane, Jason. All right? Because, bro, like, you're having an outer body experience, and it's time for me to put you back in your body to let you know, bro, you're not that guy, pal.
Yeah.
So whether you want to speak on your 2 cents or not, keep it. Please do. Because, nah, it ain't that.
But I wanted to ask you a question too, for Joy Taylor, not saying the allegations are true, but how would one move around in the industry now as a host to be taken serious, and for people like Jason Whitlock not to make these statements about them? Like, when I see you, it's like, oh, I know what she about. Let me say what I say.
I remember having a conversation with my lady, and she brought up a point that I never really considered, is there's a such thing as pretty girl privilege, but there's also a thing where you have pretty girl exclusion.
Elaborate.
You see what I'm saying? So like, when you're a pretty girl, it's hard for people to take you serious because your physique looks a certain type of way, because your face looks a certain type of way. And that's just the truth.
So they see you before they hear you.
They that. Okay. And it's sometimes unfortunate, because you can be a very attractive person, Joy, Molly, Jazz, multiple other, talent that's on ESPN and Fox. And what do you tell them? Just because you're a pretty girl, you're not qualified? Or if you do get this job, you only got it because you slept with somebody? That's bullshit.
In this case, Cam, it's not BS. Because Joy was not qualified and had no TV experience, but was able to test for shows and get opportunities over more qualified women for one reason only. She was sleeping with this man right here. And it's funny when simps like Cam defend these 304s, acting like they're taking up for women. You do realize that you're actually undermining women with enough talent and integrity that will never slut themselves out for a position. You're undermining those women that did it the right way. This clown is literally up here defending a 304 while indirectly undermining real women with real talent that's not willing to sell their soul or their thought pocket. And this isn't just about being pretty. A lot of pretty women walked up there to get the job. It's about being a 304. Pretty didn't get her the job. Her thought pocket got her the job. You see the difference?
That's bull. And no matter how you look, no matter what color your skin is, the job should go to the person who's most deserving of the job, no matter how you look.
He's talking out both sides of his neck. That's what most people are saying. Most people could agree with that if it was true in this case. But no, the job didn't go to the most qualified or the best. The job went to Joy, who underperformed on her test shows when she had to compete against other women. She did not do a good job and she was not better. So if you really believe what you just said, Cam, there's no way you will be defending the very thing you claim to be in disagreement with.
All right. So Joy, is she a very attractive woman? Absolutely. And it's not for me to make inappropriate statements, Jason, by saying that rack. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, all right, let's put it like this, since we want to get personal. Like, yo, who you sleeping with?
What she look like?
Like, bring her to the forefront, him to the forefront, because now you got to be open in these.
You gotta be, huh?
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no shade, but I'm just keeping it a bug.
Kim is definitely coming off like a woman. This is feminine energy right here. Toxic femininity. Asking another man who he's having relations with, and then he's going to go on to question if he's LGBT. Well, that's actually giving LGBT vibes. It's giving Real Housewives of Atlanta, a friend of the show. I don't know what y'all think. I think Kim will fit right in. But like I said before, he's been moving like a modern feminist woman for a couple of years now. This is just another example. It's very catty.
This is a person who's, bro, like been a villain in the industry for years. So I'm like, bro, we want to see her. Him? Whoever. I'm not judging you, bro. I'm just saying, don't say no inappropriate things like that and not be questioned about that.
It's funny, this whole time, he never addressed Joy planning to claim our word if the network ever tried to get rid of her. Out of all these athletes that find themselves in these false Me Too situations, you would think Cam would speak on that. It's very interesting. I don't know, the way he's defending Joy right now to this extent is definitely weird.
But also too, from the talent standpoint, the Joys, the Mollys, the girls or the females who are attractive, that doesn't mean that they aren't talented or they aren't talented or the right person for the job. Because it took me to appreciate Molly Karam even more about working with her and understanding she's a beast.
Yeah.
I don't know what Cam is talking about. He need to take them glasses off and go get a prescription or something. And him sitting up here defending and pandering to all these non-black women and racially ambiguous women, it's not giving what you think it's giving. Another thing, the only reason why people are not really putting those 304 accusations on Molly is because she legitimized herself by getting Jalen Rose to marry her. If Jalen Rose never married her, she'll be looked at as a pass around too. Let's be honest. And that marriage with that feminist didn't work. I could have told Jalen Rose it wouldn't, but maybe, just maybe, he saved himself from false Me Too allegations, because if she ever came up with the same plot, at least she can't make Jalen a defendant. She literally married the guy. But as for Cam, he don't know what talent is. You know how to throw the ball, but that's about it. Any other department, you're pretty much out of your lane, sir. Because tricking on a bunch of gold digging thoughts don't make you an expert on women. You're just a well-paid trick. That's it. I'm telling you, simping is a real illness. These simps are dangerous. They're all lining up to be active crash dummies for these 304s up here at these studios. Like Cam, you don't have to do all this to get them to get with you. Skip Bayless showed you that. If you do too much, you're going to turn the 304s off. Emmanuel Acho was doing the same capping for Joy too, acting like she was the best and she worked so hard to get where she's at. That's until we all found out she got there on her back. Yeah, once we found out the real reason why he was pumping up Joy like that. You see, he deleted all those lies after this lawsuit dropped. I can't help but notice Cam is doing the exact same thing. He's ready to come at everybody over Joy. Like, is this something you gotta tell that fifth baby mama of yours over there? Is Joy the new sister wife, Cam? I don't know, but something is going on. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to Daniel. I appreciate you, Daniel, for all of your support, helping these videos get out, as well as Dark Power and Mike G. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.